อมหน่อยนะพี่กล้า
Fairtex Fight มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีม
ปุ๋ยตราม้าบินปุ๋ยแรงพลังม้าปุ๋ยม้าพลังแรง
สวัสดีครับต้อนรับแฟนมวยและก็แขกผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านนะครับเข้าสู่หน้าจอช่อง 7 HD กด 35 ครับนี่คือรายการของทุกท่านครับ Fairtex Fight มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีมเราจะพบกันเป็นประจำนะครับทุกวันเสาร์ตั้งแต่เวลา 10 นาฬิกาถึง 12 นาฬิกา2 ชั่วโมงแห่งความมันครับสดๆจากสนามมวยเวทีลุมพินีครับผลงานคุณภาพของเสียเปรมอริยวัฒน์บุษราบวรวงศ์ร่วมกับช่อง 7 HD และก็เทโรเอนเตอร์เทนเมนต์แน่นอนครับรายการของเราเป็นรายการที่จะสร้างดาวรุ่งให้เป็นดาวดังครับก่อนจะส่งไม้ต่อสู่รายการวันลุมพินีรายการระดับโลกครับทุกคนต้องผ่านสังเวียนแห่งนี้ไปและวันนี้ครับกติกามวยไทยทั้งหมด7คู่ให้ได้ชมกันอย่างเต็มอิ่มจุใจครับมันลุ้นระทึกกันดูครับว่า7ชาติวันนี้ส่งเข้าประกวดไม่ว่าจะเป็นสหรัฐอเมริกาเนเธอร์แลนด์อิหร่านฝรั่งเศสเมียนมาโมร็อกโกและนักชกจากประเทศไทยของเราครับเต็มอิ่มเต็มอารมณ์ความมันแน่นอนครับตลอด2ชั่วโมงต่อจากนี้ไปคุณผู้ชมสามารถที่จะติดตามรับชมมวยสนุกแบบนี้นะครับทางหน้าจอช่อง 7 HD ของเราควบคู่กับทางออนไลน์ไม่ว่าจะเป็นช่องทางของ YouTube Facebook TikTok เทโรดิจิตอลและก็ Fairtex Fight เดี๋ยวเราจะพักกันสักครู่หนึ่งก่อนนะครับช่วงหน้าเปิดหัวของเราในพิกัดน้ำหนัก58 กิโลกรัมสักครู่กลับมาครับ
Fairtex Fight มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีม
กลับมาติดตามกันต่อนะครับ Fairtex Fight มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีมครับอย่างที่เรียนไปว่า2ชั่วโมงต่อจากนี้ไปไม่ควรพลาดด้วยประการทั้งปวงนะครับความมันความสนุกความตื่นเต้นความเร้าใจจะบังเกิดที่สังเวียนแห่งนี้และคู่แรกในการแข่งขันแล้วก็ถ่ายทอดสดครับในพิกัดน้ำหนัก58 กิโลกรัมเป็นนักชกจากประเทศไทยเจอกับประเทศไทยด้วยกันเองครับเดี๋ยวไปรู้จักกับนักสู้ทางมุมดำครับเป็นนักสู้จากเขตบางครุนะครับแต่ว่าพื้นเพของเขาเนี่ยเป็นนักชกจากอำเภอเดชอุดมจังหวัดอุบลราชธานีนักชกวัย19 ปีครับเสียงปรบมือให้กับเพชรอุบลสบางครุ
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Lumpinee Stadium for another edition of Fairtex Fight. This morning we have fighters all the way from Myanmar, Iran, Morocco, France, America, and of course right here in Thailand, Coming into the black corner is Pet Ubon Saw Bang Kru. Age 24 years of age, standing at 163 centimeters tall, with a fight record of 59 fights, 33 wins, 26 losses, hailing all the way from Samuprakan, Thailand. His last two fights, he had a loss against Pet Bunmi, Luk Bunmi, and a win over Bandasuk Saw Tangkun Pet. And of course, sitting next to me is the fabulous Eleanor Fellows, professional fighter and now professional commentator. So welcome for another exciting edition of Fairtex Fight. As Pet Ubon Saw Bankru steps over the ring for action.
และคู่ต่อสู้ของเขานะครับทางมุมแดงครับน้ำหนัก58กิโลกรัมสูง163เซนติเมตรเช่นเดียวกันนักสู้จากบัวใหญ่นครราชสีมาขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับเงาปีศาจเพชรหนองกี
And here we have our second fighter of the morning entering into the iconic Lumpinee Stadium, Noka Pisad Petnongi. So he is 24 years of age and also weighing in at 58 kilograms, standing at 163 centimeters tall, with a fabulous record of 34 fights with 25 wins, only 7 losses and 2 draws. So his last fight was a loss via TKO against Liu Junchao here on Fairtex Fight back in June. So I predict he'll be coming to make his mark today and come back from that TKO loss and cement himself as a fighter on Fairtex with a win this morning. And we just have our professional cutman doing the last minute checks and preparations before our first opening bout of the morning as Thailand takes on Thailand.
And of course, it must be jarring for those at home not to see the Ginger Ninja Mark Abbott in the middle there, not announcing the fights this morning. He's in Macau for the Fairtex Fight Macau show, which is on later this evening, I believe at 5:30 p.m. Thai time. So you can definitely go check that out on. Fairtex Fight Facebook. As now Pisad steps over the ring for 3 rounds of battle for our first bout of the morning.
มาเจอกันถูกคู่ถูกที่ถูกเวลาและเกินนะครับยังไม่เคยชกกันที่ไหนมาก่อนครับนักชกทางด้านของมุมดำน้ำหนัก58กิโลกรัมสูง163เซนติเมตรนักชกจากอำเภอเดชอุดมจังหวัดอุบลราชธานีเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับเพชรอุบลสบางครุและคู่ต่อสู้ของเขานะครับทางด้านของมุมแดงน้ำหนักเท่ากันครับ58กิโลกรัมสูง163เซนติเมตรจากอำเภอบัวใหญ่จังหวัดนครราชสีมาเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับเงาปีศาจเพชรหนองกีผู้ชี้ขาดบนเวทีได้แก่นาวากาศเอกแหลมทองมีสิริติดตามรับชมได้เลยครับ
Here we are with the tail of the tape, 58 kilograms. Now Pisad Pet Nongki taking on Pet Ubon Saw Bankru from Thailand. Thailand versus Thailand. This 3-round matchup of Muay Extreme right here at the heart of combat sports in Asia, Lumpinee Stadium. Very excited for this one. And of course, every Saturday morning you can check us out 10 a.m. Thai time on YouTube, Facebook, Fairtex Fight. So here we are for round number 1. Straight out of the gates there from Now Pisad, walking forward, the Muay Dern style, walking forward, trying to shut down Pet Ubon.
Yeah, he's not here to play any games this morning, and that's exactly what you need to do in these 3-minute round bouts. It is no warm-up, no feeling each other out, just straight into action, which is exactly what No Pisard is looking for, with a chopping low kick on the inside there. I felt the crack of that one.
Walking forward with a lot of confidence there, chin down, gloves up high, really just trying to shut down the rhythm of Pet Ubon. But Pet Ubon staying very focused here, throwing out a stiff jab to measure the distance, find his range and his rhythm on the back foot.
Yes, Pet Ubon looking very relaxed there, using that teep very nicely to just keep the distance and keeping his guard very tight. I think he's wary of the hands of Now Pisard at this moment in time that we've just seen, but they're not quite landing clean just yet.
Goes in for the step-up knee there from Pet Ubon. Going to step in and take out the gas tank from the forward pressure bulldozing strategy of Now Pisard here. Ooh, a nice hand placement there from Pet Ubon, just pushing off of the gloves to set up a knee with a cracking kick on that last exchange.
That was an absolutely cracking kick there. Beautiful work from Pet Ubon, just teeing off and keeping that distance, using that jab and using that teep to fire that back kick like we just saw then. Beautiful work. He does say, though, that he is more of a Muay Mat style fighter, which is meaning that he does favour the punch. So I'll be interested to see if he sticks to this teeing off game plan or switches it up and starts becoming more of an aggressor as the fight goes on.
Pushes him inside the pocket, tries to go for the hammering elbow through the middle there from Now Pisard. Looking very flat-footed as well, not up on his toes, just walking with immense confidence, but eating a lot of damage on the walk in. He's got to be careful of this, not just trying to shut him down with too much confidence, but being careful on the way in. Set it up with something, set it up with the teep, fake into it, set it up with a bit of a knee, not just walk into all these damaging shots here from Pet Ubon. Oh, big right to the body there from Pet Ubon. And I do think that all this high volume on the back foot is playing dividends for Pet Ubon, sorry. Nearly said Now Pisard, getting confused between the two.
Sometimes it happens with these Thai names, unfortunately. They are quite a mouthful. But Now Pisard is just pressuring forward, and Muay Boot style for sure, just taking damage, eating shots, going for those low kicks and trying to land a big punch, but he's not quite found a home for it just yet.
And that is the end of round one. And just as Eleanor was talking about, the Muay Buok style, a forward pressure fighter, has a bit of everything, not just hands, not just low kicks, but really in your face, just trying to walk you down and put you in the pocket and unleash. So fighters like maybe Sexan would be a good example of a Muay Buok fighter.
And Liam Harrison for sure as well.
That's for sure. And a big overhand right from Pet Ubon. And I love the hand placement there from Pet Ubon as he pushes off, bang, and tries to set up the big overhand right. I'll tell you what, Now Pisard ate that one like a champion. And we'll be coming into round number two. Thank you to all those in the comment section at home who are watching. Always love to see Craig joining us for our morning ritual of watching the fights together there in the comment section. So a shout out to Craig. Here we are for round number two. Big flurry of hands there from Now Pisard.
Now Pisard looking for the knockout shot in round two, it would seem. He is coming out to fight. Two low kicks landing on target as well, and just volume of punches. This is a Muay Mat war now in round two.
He definitely got a talking to from his corner that he's got to be first to the punch here. He's got to come in at a faster pace and not just come in that Muay Dern style and walk in at the same pace, because he was eating a lot of damage in that first round, but now he's really bringing the pressure to Pet Ubon, nearly smothering him here in side control, placing that palm over. But Pet Ubon not looking to answer with much here, and a big overhand right on the chin. And Pet Ubon looks a bit out of his element here, closing his eyes and wincing after the big heavy shots of Now Pisard, but turning the tables here like a DJ
Pet Ubon has got an evil elbow though on him. He is using some brilliant arm control that we just saw a minute ago in the beginning of this exchange, but it just seems that he's tiring. He can't seem to match the strength of No Pisard. He's going for the body and a big left knee, but I'm not sure he's got the strength and the gas tank to keep this pace that Now Pisard has put on him.
And I've said it once and I've said it again, it's often a tale of who's got the better conditioning in these 3-round battles.
It really is, Joe, you're right. Pet Ubon seems to have a second win as he goes to the body, starts taking the Muay Thai style for himself, dodging some big punches of Now Pisard and going for the body again. I think he sensed weakness.
This is a real good example of mirroring your opponent's style and just shutting them down, and a big right hand sending Pet Ubon's head through the ropes there just a moment ago. A big left kick there from Pet Ubon, pushing Now Pisard into the ropes. What a turn of the tables here.
It really has been a big fight. That left elbow that I just spoke about, Pet Ubon, he really does need to be wary of that elbow. If it lands, it will be good night, see you later. Some brilliant arm control from Pet Ubon, but eating knees in the process. The hands have gone again. Pet Ubon struggling to get his guard, struggling to evade the heavy hands of Now Pisard.
Oh, some big knees there from Pet Ubon, pushing Now Pisard into the pocket here. Now Pisard just holding on in survival mode. Will he be voted off the island here as the Prudget flew off the arm of Pet Ubon there, continuing his onslaught. Just non-stop pressure from both these gentlemen. Oh, and a big knee, and taking the back and sending him through the ropes as the referee breaks them apart. Absolute non-stop action, and that is the end of round 2. And I swear, when Matt Lucas comes to me at the end and asks my commentator's pick, I think I've already chosen my fight for the day. I know it's only early days, but geez, what a round!
It's like as soon as one of them gets a second wave, the other one thinks, damn, I need to get one as well, and they're just taking it in turns to get each other on the ropes and start throwing those punches, and especially to the body. Pet Ubon has definitely sensed weakness in the body of Now Pisard because he was going for that and following up with knees at the end of the round as well. So I'll be interested to see if he continues that tactic. But like you say, Joe, in these three minute battles, it is a battle of the conditioning. Who can maintain the pace and the power for the remainder of the fight? As we go into round 3 and the bell goes, let's see.
So here we are for round 3. Are they going to be able to keep up that same pace that we saw in round 1 and round 2? So we'll just see in a moment. They're going to need some nitrous oxide for to keep up that pace. So here we are, round number 3.
Let's see who is going to end up on top in this fight. What an exciting opening bout this morning on Fairtex Fight, Joe. I think you're right. I think we might be fighting for this one for our fight pick. Now Pisard just keeping the punches, the volume high, going for it, going for the body with a beautiful big kick there, palm over the face of Pet Ubon, who is hanging on to survive at this point.
Tell you what, there must be some bad intentions backstage between these two because they're throwing everything but the kitchen sink here this morning. Right here in center ring, a big left kick on the back foot there from Pet Ubon as he eats some big flurrying punches there from Now Pisard. And it looks like the pace is starting to slow down here in the 3rd round. The rotary engines are shutting down as they went full turbo mode in round 1 and 2. Nice switch stance there. Ooh, beautiful left kick. Explodes inside the clinch there from Pet Ubon.
Pet Ubon has got a brilliant right kick on him there as it lands clean every time. Now Pisard is not blocking a single one of those. So I'm interested to know why he's not employed that exact technique that we just saw there a moment ago throughout the fight.
I think Pet Ubon is sitting very comfortably on this back foot, and I think that's where he needs to be for this round. Push off and score with a big, tremendous, thunderous left kick, Sit on that back foot. Teep away, teep away. Keep now Pissard away with those big, heavy right hands and shut him down inside the clinch and run down the clock.
He is doing a brilliant job of what you're describing, Joe, but now Pissard has really got some pressure and some power behind those punches. Petubon looking very comfortable, very sabai, very relaxed, but now Pissard is not stopping here. Going for the body again and almost dropped Petubon in the process.
Well, you can see the amount of damage that now Pissard has done to Petubon, the reddening on his body. He's looking like an Englishman on a summer's day. Pushing forward, trying to get him against the ropes to unleash the right hand from hell. Now Pissard unleashes again with the left jab right through. Could it be a left-right good night here?
You might be right, Joe, because those punches are landing and sending the head back of Petubon. His guard is just low. His head's in between the ropes at this point. I'm really not sure what's going to happen in the last 20 seconds of this final round of our first fight, but what a fight. Petubon trying to look very relaxed, like he's done enough. Big kick there, landing on the chin of now Pissard. What a technique there.
Ooh, and a big scoring left kick there from Petubon to finish the round. That is the end of the third and final round. Both fighters looking very confident there. We'll go and have a look at the replays. The big right hand from hell from now Pissard. And that big venomous left kick from Petubon. Both, I don't know, it was just so even. I would hate to be one of the judges sitting there trying to score this. What a fight, and such a fun fight to call on the edge of our seats here in the commentator's booth. So we'll throw it over to Mr. Pong, the man in the middle.
เอาละครับกลับมาลุ้นผลการแข่งขันกันครับคะแนนออกมา29ต่อ28ผู้ชนะได้แก่ The winner is Red Corner เป็นทางด้านของเงาปีศาจนะครับเป็นฝ่ายเอาชนะคะแนนไปได้นะครับสนุกตื่นเต้นเร้าใจสมการรอคอยเลยนี่คือไทยปะทะไทยนะครับช่วงหน้ากลับมาดูครับสหรัฐอเมริกาปะทะกับเนเธอร์แลนด์ครับสักครู่กลับมา
Fairtex Fight มวยมันพัน Extreme
จะกล่าวถึงอสุรีกรีบุรามริตลามรำบานเป็นหนักนางบำเพ็ญเพียรขอพรพระอิสราสวมวิญญาแฟเทคอันเกรียงไกร
มันพัน Extreme
กลับมาติดตามกันต่อนะครับนี่คือ Fairtex Fight มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีมครับคู่ที่ 2 ของรายการนะครับเป็นกติกามวยไทยเป็นนักชกชายต่างชาติเจอต่างชาตินักชกมุมดำครับจากเนเธอร์แลนด์ครับแมทธิว ดานแมน
And here we have our first foreigner fighter of the morning here at Fairtex Fight, Matthew Dalman of the Netherlands. So it's exciting. We don't have many fighters from the Netherlands represented on Fairtex Fight, but I'm interested to see what he brings to the table this morning, fighting out of Fairtex Training Centre down in Pattaya. So Matthew is 26 years of age, and this bout is matched at 61.5 kilograms. He has a fantastic record of 17 fights with 13 wins and only 4 losses, which is quite impressive, to be honest. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the table as the Netherlands takes on America this morning. So that is one of the brilliant things about Fairtex Fight, is our ability to get both Thai and Farang matchups on the TV and on YouTube on a Saturday morning. So don't make sure to check us out every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. I will hand it over to Mr. Pong.
และคู่ต่อสู้ของเขานะครับจากสหรัฐอเมริกาไมเคิลไวท์
Coming in to the red corner, representing the US of A, Michael White, age 24, standing at 175 centimeters with a fight record of 18 fights, 18 wins, so undefeated from Massachusetts. So Boston in the house. So very even in terms of fight experience between these both fighters here. So it'll be interesting to see whether Michael comes from a more traditional Thai style. As you can see, his trainer there taking off an amulet, taking on a fighter from the Netherlands with our fighter from the Netherlands employ a bit of a Dutch style here. It'll be interesting. Will it be Thai style versus Dutch style? Heavy hands versus technique and grace. American Muay Thai has come a long way over the last 5 years. A lot of fighters like Jalil Barnes paving the way for a lot of American fighters here in Thailand.
เอาละครับคู่ที่ 2นะครับยังไม่เคยชกกันมาก่อนนะครับในพิกัดน้ำหนัก61 กิโลกรัมครึ่งนักชกทางมุมดำสูง171เซนติเมตรจากประเทศเนเธอร์แลนด์แมทธิว ดานแมนและคู่ต่อสู้ของเขาทางมุมแดงน้ำหนักเท่ากัน61 กิโลกรัมครึ่งสูง175เซนติเมตรจากสหรัฐอเมริกาไมเคิลไวท์กรรมการผู้ชี้ขาดบนเวทีของเราจ่าสิบโทอนุกูลตามศรีรำติดตามรับชมได้เลยครับ
Here's the tail of the tape. Muay Thai at 61.5 kilograms. Michael White from the US of A taking on Matthew Dalman from the Netherlands. We go into 3 rounds of action here in center ring. 61.5 kilograms. Very light, but still a very strong weight division.
Very strong weight division, and especially for the height of these fighters, both around 170 centimeters. So serious knockout power possible. But let's see, this is a pretty fast-paced fight so far. Both fighters have Muay Mat style, so I'll be interested to see. Matthew's got the heavy hands behind him, as you saw there with a beautiful 4-piece combo. Entering the clinch, both fighters looking strong in the clinch. Matthew has got that face position, allowing him to set up that beautiful left elbow.
And of course, I was expecting Matthew Dalman to be a pretty heavy puncher. The Dutch fighters come in with explosive hands and explosive leg kicks, of course. Famed fighters like Raymond Deckers who did their time here in Thailand. Rest in peace to the legend Raymond Deckers. But Matthew White exploding inside the clinch here, digging that big left knee into the midsection there of Matthew Dalman. He's looking a little bit phased there by the clinch as he dumped Michael White to the ground.
I think Michael White might be slightly cut from that left elbow of Matthew Dalman, only ever so slightly, but still it's in a dangerous position if it was to be opened up a little bit more. Beautiful low kick there, didn't quite land. Matthew Dalman's got that guard nice and tight on the back foot, ready to fire that kick, and a head kick at that. Beautiful work from our fighter from the Netherlands.
If I was in Michael's corner, I'd be just telling him to walk forward and keep the hands nice and high and clinch up and lock onto the neck and deliver those punishing left knees that he was doing before. They were working well for him, and I think could potentially stop Matthew Dalman in his tracks with those big left knees there. Oh, and a nice catch and dump there from Michael White.
That was a big dump right off the canvas into the air and back onto it again. Matthew Dalman firing that kick though, nice balance, stayed on his feet there. A little bit of show of, come on, bring me some more. And that's exactly what Michael White is doing, catching that leg and taking him to the floor again.
Michael White seems to be a bit of a stable house name in the world of martial arts. Of course, Michael White, an actor, an American actor who's starred in many martial arts films. He might be channeling some of that energy in this fight as well.
Michael White is looking very strong in the clinch there. Some beautiful knee work. Needs to continue with that. Following up with a nice right body kick. Trying to find his rhythm in this fight. Coming in with a spear elbow there against Matthew Dalman. I just think that Matthew has got slightly more power behind his kicks and behind his shot. Beautiful right uppercut there. Throwing the head back of Matthew. What a fight. What a brilliant matchup we have between these two fighters. Both similar in styles, similar in height, exactly the same weight. Beautiful matchup. And there's that tiny, tiny cut on the face of Michael. But I don't think it's enough to cause any damage or anything significant at this point.
Beautiful step-up knee there from Matthew from the Netherlands there. But really, for me, it was those big punishing left knees that Michael was delivering early in that round. And I think if he can go back to that and just lock up on Matthew, he could potentially end this fight, deliver the spearing knees through the midsection. Don't get too hungry with the elbows because I think the knees might do the job for him. What would you be telling Matthew's corner?
I'm not quite sure because those body kicks were working a treat, but they were getting caught, which is not a position you want to be in. I'd be telling him to go for exactly what he went for in the first 5-10 seconds. Big volume punches, big leg kicks, because I don't think Michael knew how to deal with that pressure in the first maybe 10 seconds, and that's exactly what he's doing there. Beautiful hook low kick combination from Matthew. Just needs to stay strong on his feet and keep that balance.
And of course, this is a foreign matchup. Michael White from America taking on Matthew Dalman from the Netherlands. Nice long guard, hitting a big kick upstairs there from Michael White.
Michael White seems to have been listening to you, Joe. He's pressuring forward. You can see he wants to get in the clinch, and a beautiful takedown on the way. Those takedowns really are doing it for him at this point.
Also takes a lot out of your gas tank trying to get up from those. It's a bit soul destroying sometimes when you get those big dumps and your opponent stands over you. And straight through the guard, sending Matthew down for the 8 count, it seems.
That dropped him like a sack of potatoes. That came out of nowhere as well. Was that an elbow, Joe?
Yeah, it was a delivering elbow straight through the guard. Beautiful slice and dice there. Beautiful big left knee there. But he's got to be careful not to get too hungry with the elbows. And that is one thing that fighters tend to do, is they see something that works, but you've got to keep your opponent guessing here. Don't get too elbow happy because you can eat one yourself. And you can see here, he is getting a little bit elbow happy. Go back to the knees, I would be saying. Go back to the knees, then go over the top.
It's a classic almost panic spree. He's seeing what's working. He just wants to keep going and keep going with that right elbow as well because he's seen a bit of physical damage and he's thinking, I can stop this fight early if I land another clean elbow on the cut of Matthew.
Good pushing his hips against Matthew there on the ropes. Matthew looking up at the clock there, delivering some heavy hands.
Again with that right elbow of Michael, he's just going for it now. He's trying to keep going, but he needs to get the arm control and set the elbow up. Attempted, but spinning back fist there of Matthew, who is all out of options at this point. It would seem covering up, just trying to protect that cut and protect the damage. Beautiful body kick though.
Big display of heart there from Matthew from the Netherlands. Pure Dutch style. Huge heart, huge power. Holding on, big right kick there. But you can see Michael putting him in the corner there, delivering the punishment upstairs. Tries to go for the double up there from Matthew. Locks on inside the clinch here. Oh, big elbow. And it looks like that one cut Matthew on the outside of the eye.
I think that has opened up the cut even more, which is exactly what Michael's been trying to do this entire round. Just absolutely overloaded with elbows. What a matchup and what a fight.
That is the end of round number 2. So we'll go and have a look at some of the replays. What would you be telling Matthew's corner right now?
I'd be saying protect the damage on your face and try and stop playing this game at range because those body kicks of Matthew have got some real power behind them. I don't know if you can hear at home, but honestly the crack and the echo in the stadium of those kicks and those knees, he really needs to start playing the long game. I think that's where he's actually doing better, but I don't think it's quite what he's used to, so he's not quite got the IQ to kind of switch his style. What about you, Joe?
Well, I'd be telling Michael's corner to definitely go back to the knees. I think they were working a treat in the first round. We can deliver that big left knee and then send the elbow off the top. He'll have a bit more success instead of just hunting for it all the time. But here we are into round number 3. Beautiful matchup here at Fairtex fight for our second bout of the morning. Really setting the standard here early on.
There's that beautiful right body kick of Matthew, and again, that's exactly what I wanted to see him doing in this round, playing that long game and damaging the body, staying away from the clinch, teeing off and setting up that body kick. Nice low kick to follow up as well. Michael is edging forward. He's determined to land another elbow, it would seem.
Dalman getting a bit of a second win here, trying to move forward. Michael catches the kick there. Dalman pressuring forward with big, heavy hands. And there's that big Dutch-style kick up top. Stiff, but powerful. A little flurry of punches there from Michael White. And that's what I'd like to see is in Muay Thai, setting things up with classic boxing. Just fluttering, and then delivering the big power shot.
It seems to me like Matthew's found his second win. He's found his rhythm a bit. He's landed some beautiful 4-piece combinations, like you said, Joe, setting up his kicks with punches and really playing to his strengths at this point.
Locks on the inside, tries to go for the vice grip there from Michael White, but our referee breaks them apart.
Beautiful uppercut of Matthew is working a treat against Michael, who's locking on, trying to get a good position in the clinch.
Takes the back of Michael White. As I often say, it doesn't necessarily score, but a secondary criteria of domination. But Michael White brings it back, throws Matthew off balance, sets it up with a big left kick inside the clinch.
An attempted spear elbow there from Matthew, followed up with a beautiful big body kick. You can see the reddening damage on Michael from those body kicks of Matthew. I cannot even emphasize how much power they have behind them for 61 kilograms. It is quite phenomenal. Both fighters looking a little bit tired now, a little bit surviving in center ring, but let's see who can take this fight. Beautiful evading counter with a nice two-piece combination from Michael, followed by a chopping low kick.
Real beautiful display of Western Muay Thai here. That solid thundering elbow from Matthew Dahlman over the top.
He's doing a brilliant job of parrying the jab, moving the hands out of the way and following up with that spear elbow. Spinning back fist to follow it up as well. He's really looking for the knockout now.
There we are, locked up inside the clinch and side control here. Matthew Dahlman delivering the punishing left knees himself, trying to give it back to Michael White. The same punishment that he gave him in round one. Revenge here right in the dying seconds of the third and final round as the bell is about to go. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. What a fight and a great display of sportsmanship to end things here in center ring here at Lumpinee Stadium.
One of the things that I love about Fairtex fight is the ability to get these even matchups. Sometimes promotions, they don't quite get this, they don't get it to a T, but Fairtex fight really deliver on their matchups. It's always a matchup of styles that give the most exciting fights, especially in these 3-3-minute rounds. What a display of Western Muay Thai, Joe, like you said, between Matthew and Michael this morning. I really thoroughly enjoyed watching that fight.
Yeah, it was a very exciting fight indeed. It was a pleasure to watch that. Both these gentlemen. Hope to see them back here in center ring. But for now, we'll throw it over to Mr. Pong.
กลับมาลุ้นผลการแข่งขันกันนะครับผู้ชนะไปด้วยคะแนนเอกฉันท์3 เสียงครับ29 ต่อ 27 และผู้ชนะในคู่นี้คือ The winner is Red Corner เป็นทางด้านของนักสู้จากสหรัฐอเมริกาครับไมเคิลไวท์ครับเอาชนะนักสู้จากเนเธอร์แลนด์แมทธิวครานแมนไปได้ช่วงนี้พักสักครู่หนึ่งก่อนนะครับช่วงหน้ากลับมาพบกันครับ
Fairtex Fight มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีม
กลับมาติดตามกันต่อนะครับแฟร์เทคไฟท์มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีมครับคู่ที่3กติกามวยไทย3ยกละ3 นาทีเหมือนเดิมพบกับนักชกมุมดำครับซาอิดอับราน
And it's our third fight of the morning. So this is another foreigner v foreigner matchup as Iran takes on France. So here we have our French fighter stepping into the ring, Sayed Amran. So I'm actually quite shocked, and I don't think I should be, to say that he is 42 years of age, which is incredible. He's got a 25-fight record with 20 wins and 5 losses. And oh my gosh, hand on heart, I hope that when I'm 42, I'm still stepping in to Lumpinee Stadium to take on a fight here at Fairtex Fight, because what an achievement this is. I am honestly quite stunned for words, but I'm excited for this fight. I have a feeling that he is going to have a Muay Mat style, that almost K1 style with heavy punches, heavy kicks, and it's going to be an exciting fight against his Iranian opponent. So fighting out of Fairtex Training Center, Amran Sayed.
และคู่ต่อสู้ของเขาจากประเทศอิหร่านครับซามานโมราดี
Coming in to the red corner is Saman Moradi from Iran. 29 years of age, standing at 175 centimeters with a fight record of 23 fights, 18 wins and 5 losses. His last fight, he had a loss against Yodkalklai Fairtex. So looking to redeem himself here. Centre ring at Lumpinee Stadium, the home of combat sports in Asia. As Eleanor was mentioning before, she was talking about her expectations for this fight in terms of style. The Iranian fighters tend to come in with a bit more of a kickboxing style, but piecing the Muay Thai together very well. In fact, there's a lot of fighters here in Thailand at the moment, hailing from Iran. High volume of fighters, and nearly almost every single fight card in Thailand you'll find at least 1 or 2 Iranian fighters, at least on the entertainment circuit, that is.
คู่ที่3นะครับในกติกามวยไทยครับนักสู้ทางด้านของมุมดำอายุ42ปีครับน้ำหนัก64กิโลกรัมสูง175เซนติเมตรจากประเทศฝรั่งเศสซาอิดอัมรานและนักมวยทางด้านของมุมแดงครับอายุ29ปีน้ำหนัก64กิโลกรัมสูง175เซนติเมตรจากประเทศอิหร่านซามานโมราดีกรรมการผู้ชี้ขาดบนเวทีได้แก่นายอมรชัยวิสูงเลติดตามรับชมได้เลยครับ
Here's the tail of the tape Muay Thai at 64 kilograms. Saman Moradi from Iran taking Saeed Amran. So very even a piece in terms of height, experience. So very evenly matched here at Fairtex fight. Our last fight, very even in terms on paper as well. So excited for this one. Round 1 underway right now.
Big right hand there from Saman, not messing about in this fight. And again, as he catches the kick and goes for that big right hand, doesn't quite land, and Syed manages to lock him up in the clinch. I'm excited for this fight. Beautiful lean back and counter from Syed there, showing his IQ very nicely.
You can see Saman just trying to work out the pacing here. And he gets dumped there from Saeed Amran. A little bit of nervous energy here in center ring.
I couldn't have worded it better, Joe. Both fighters are just kind of feel each other out at this point and not quite sure what to throw or what to do. I think in the later rounds, it'll definitely be more of an exciting fight as they both find their way. But for now, it seems that Saman has got the heavy hands, which is to be expected of our Iranian fighters.
Let's see, lock up inside control there, inside the clinch. They've got to be careful not to throw so much output and emotion into every single strike here, because they're going to gas themselves out through the arousal of the first round here. All this nervous energy in center ring to deplete the gas tank. So they just need to relax and find their rhythm here. Nice big left kick upstairs there from Saman. Locks on, tries to deliver an elbow on the inside, lock up inside control.
The clinch just seems to be a little bit messy at the moment. You can see both fighters are really struggling for that inside dominant position, but neither quite getting it, and the referee having to break them up every single time. But I think that just is coming from the nervous energy, like you said, Joe. I mean, let's not forget, we are at Lumpinee Stadium, and for fighters, this is almost a dream come true. I mean, it is for me, and I'm sure for you it would have been, Joe. So it is hard to stay calm and maintain your adrenaline when it's just such an exciting experience.
Here we are, continuing the action, and Saman tries to move in the inside with a lead elbow. Back on the outside as Sayed locks up and throws an elbow on the inside himself. There's a bit of reddening from the kicks of Saman from Iran. Ooh, big left kick upstairs, slapping onto the arms of Sayed.
Saman coming in with a big 1-2 there. Nice long guard to keep Sayed at bay. Sayed needs to start doing something a little bit more. He's going for that clinch, got a lovely inside position. Just needs to start firing the knees. Saman is beating him to it.
And that is the end of round number 1.
Let's take a look at the replays in just a moment, but it is a brilliant matchup between two very similar styles. Both seem to be clashing in the clinch, but neither quite dominating for me in that position. But for me, it's Saman with the powerful punches. I don't know what you're thinking, Joe, at this point. Who's taking it for you?
I think the big calculated power shots there from Saman for me. Really, and you can see the reddening damage on the left side of Sayed. Saman does a good job of just locking up inside the clinch, even though there's that big dump there on the replays. Does a decent job of locking up, just shutting down any knees there from Sayed. But we'll see what round number 2 brings us.
Sayed looking very calm in the corner there, listening to his trainer from Fairtex Training Centre, and also Saman as well, looking quite calm, ready to enter round 2. And here we go, our second round of action in this 3-minute bout fight between our fighter from France and our fighter from Iran.
Nice knee block there inside the pocket. As Saman tries to put the pedal to the metal, forward pressure in round 2. Nice lean back and counter again there from Sayed. Really showcasing the slick French style that they're known for. And fighters like Damien Alamos from France, former Lumpinee champion, very well known for that. Nice lean back and counter. Sayed trying to channel some of that energy here. Takes a leg kick on the outside, on the inside. Just trying to wait and
Saman felt weakness there. He followed it nicely and tried to capitalise on that, but didn't quite land another punch to end it. I was just about to say Sayed is looking a little bit more relaxed in this round, but maybe a little bit too relaxed.
He's eating some big damaging leg kicks there, and I think the leg is starting to stiffen up. And you can already see the reddening on the inside of that thigh.
It's a telltale sign when you almost try to touch your leg after the kick has landed. You can see him almost buckling a little bit. The reddening is there. It could be the end.
Looking redder than a butcher's market here this morning at Lumpinee Arena. That red, raw, meat-thudded leg there. Looking very stiff indeed. Can Saman capitalise on it as he eats a body shot there from Sayed? Sayed needs to put the pressure on and lock on and just deliver some knees here. We've got about a minute to go. And inside control, Saman pushing the head down of Sayed.
Saman really needs to keep chopping the leg, keeping going with the pressure on the leg to end this fight, because Sayed is hurt. He is definitely in pain. Tries to evade it and lean back, but needs to come in with those low kicks of his own like we just saw him try to do there. Saman following up again with that low kick. He's listening to me. He knows what I'm saying.
Ooh, catches the leg and takes him to the ground, off balancing Sayed there. 30 seconds to go here into the second round. Ooh, big overhand right, just brushing the chin. Sayed catches the leg and plows him to the ground. And of course, there's a two-step rule there in Muay Thai, but Sayed employing it effectively. Catches and locks onto the body and tries to break the back. Saman there. And that is the end of round number 2. go and have a look at some of the action replays there from that electrifying round number 2.
Definitely damage to the leg of Syed at this point. Saman needs to keep going with those leg kicks. Beautiful lead backs though, and counters from Syed. But just, I don't know if he's got the power that Saman has when he lands those big 1-2 combinations and that low kick as well. He really needs to follow up again with that low kick. You can see the off balancing and the way Syed is struggling to put weight on it. It is really causing him some pain.
The big 1-2 right kick there from Saman. So it'll be interesting to see where their corners are telling them, especially from the Fairtex corner. Syed needs to do something impressive here in the round number 3 to take it away.
I would love to see a TKO by low kicks from Saman in this round, but he has to keep his mind clear. He has to stay in the fight mentally, not just physically, to remember to keep chopping the leg, which is what we've seen a little bit of an absence of. He just wants to go with the volume of punches and then forgets the leg is in pain, and that's where he needs to land the shots. And again, beautiful, he's remembered, he's going for it.
And of course, for those who are watching at home, don't forget that we've got Fairtex fight again on today, but this time all the way from Macau. So 5:30 p.m. Thai time, that will be showing on the Fairtex fight Facebook. So go and check out that. A lot of fights, a lot of fighters from Thailand taking on a lot of fighters from China. So very exciting indeed in terms of the development and the upright scale of Fairtex fight going internationally now. So very excited for that indeed.
Big attempted elbow there from Syed. That was beautiful if it landed, but it didn't quite manage to. And he goes in for that chopping low kick. Saman tries to swing the left hook, but ends up in the clinch, and the referee breaks it up.
Syed tries to go in for a forward attack, explodes in, but still a bit tentative to engage. Oh, and hacks a leg kick downstairs. That's the revenge he needed. Really buckled Saman. Big show of heart here from Syed.
This is a brilliant matchup between two very similar abilities, similar conditions, similar size, similar weight fighters. But one thing we need to talk about is the age of Syed, 42 years old, and absolutely giving his all in a 3-minute bout in Thailand. I am honestly lost for words. This is so impressive.
Our referee breaks them apart to continue the action here at Lumpinee Stadium. Back in center ring. Saman throws the kick, Syed rushes in. You can see Saman doing a good job of pushing his hips against Syed there to shut him down. Very good strategy, because you can see Syed getting a bit desperate here in round 3. He needs to do something impressive to sway the judges.
Beautiful palm over the face though from Syed, breaking the posture of Saman, whose balance hasn't been all there in this fight. So maybe he senses this is the best thing to do, but he needs to stab a big knee into the front, into the stomach of Saman to really hurt him.
Nice palm over the face there. Oh, and a great sweep from inside the clinch there from Syed, really showcasing his experience here. Nice lean back and counter, big heavy hands. Takes the back. What a move there from Syed. Good display of dominance. Beautiful work. And that is the end of round number 3. So we'll go and have a look at the replays. Very good fight indeed. Very impressive for our third bout of the morning.
Yes, a brilliant fight there, some heavy hands. Both fighters ate some really big shots, and the leg of Syed definitely wouldn't want to be him tomorrow. It is red on the outside and the inside. But Saman showed brilliant boxing, and the clinch work towards the end there was just getting a little bit better. I think if maybe this fight was 5 rounds, we would have seen some really good clinch sweeps as well.
ละครับมาลุ้นผลการแข่งขันกันนะครับผู้ชนะในคู่นี้ชนะไปด้วยคะแนน 29 ต่อ 28 จากการให้คะแนนจากกรรมการทั้ง 3 ท่านครับและผู้ชนะในคู่นี้ได้แก่ The winner is Red Corner เป็นนักชกจากอิหร่านนะครับซามานโมราดีครับเอาชนะซายิดอัมรานจากฝรั่งเศสไปได้เดี๋ยวพักสักครู่หนึ่งก่อนนะครับช่วงหน้ามาดูนักชกจากเมียนมาเจอกับนักชกจากประเทศไทยของเราครับสักครู่กลับมาครับ
Fairtex Fight มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีม
กลับมาตามต่อนะครับเดินทางมาถึงคู่ที่ 4 แล้วนะครับแฟร์เทคไฟท์มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีมประจำวันเสาร์ที่ 24 สิงหาคม 2567 นักชกทางด้านของมุมดำจากประเทศเมียนมาเมียวมัดอ่อง
Is our fourth fight of the morning as our fighter from Myanmar enters the ring. Now, I personally love watching fighters from Myanmar. They have such an explosive, exciting style with some serious power. So this is Maya from fighting out of Family Muay Thai here in Thailand. Now this fight is matched at 58 kilograms. Again, a perfect way to display explosiveness, and again, there is knockout power still to be had. So Maya has a record of 47 fights, with 34 wins, 11 losses and 2 draws. So I am very excited to see how he does against his Thai opponent. Our cutman here just doing the last minute touches. Don't forget we are sponsored by Tero Entertainment Youth Sports Gear and can be found on Channel 7 and YouTube every Saturday morning 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. Thai time. And I will hand it over to our MC in just a moment to announce your Thai fighter.
และนักมวยทางด้านของมุมแดงครับจากประเทศไทยของเราขุนไกรพีเคแสนชัยมวยไทยยิม
Coming into the red corner is a man that I can't wait for, Khun Krai PK Sanchai Muay Thai Gym. Age 26, standing at 167 centimeters tall, with a whopping record of 101 fights, 53 wins, 46 losses and 2 draws. Hailing from Mahar Sarakam province in Thailand. His last 3 fights, he had a TKO win over Rick Craig, Rob Fiat Patum, a TKO loss against Denpayak Detpet Sitong, and a win over Wi-Fi Puag Lee Resort. So looking forward to this one. A very, very explosive and tough customer indeed. I've called a fair few of this man's fight. And a very, very strong and exciting fighter indeed. Of course, hailing from the PK Sanchai Muay Thai Gym stable, So you definitely know he's in good hands over there. So we'll throw it over to Mr. Pong.
คุณผู้ชมครับนักชกทางด้านของมุมดำอายุ 26 ปี เจ้าของส่วนสูง 165 เซนติเมตร น้ำหนัก 58 กิโลกรัม จากประเทศเมียนมาเมียวมัดอ่องซ้อมอยู่ที่ Family มวยไทยนะครับย่านพุทธมณฑลสาย1ครับและคู่ชกของเขานะครับเป็นนักชกวัย 26 ปีเท่ากันน้ำหนัก 58 กิโลกรัมสูง 167 เซนติเมตร จากประเทศไทยขุนไกรพีเคแสนชัยมวยไทยยิมผู้ชี้ขาดบนเวทีนาวากาศเอกแหลมทองมีสิริติดตามรับชมได้เลยครับ
Here's the tail of the tape of 58 kilograms. Kung Krai PK Sanchai taking on Myo Mat Ong from Myanmar.
ยกกันเต็มที่มีเปลี่ยนนักกีฬาลงไม่จับไม่ต้องเบานะแล้วลงไม่จับด้วยนะเกียรติครับผม
So here we are for round number 1 of our 4th bout of the morning.
I'm very excited for this one, Joe. Krung Krai, last time he was here, gave us a wild fight and finished his opponent by TKO. I think it was my commentator's fight pick of the week back in July. So I'm really excited to see what he brings to the table this morning against his opponent from Myanmar, which I said from the beginning, very explosive and very fast and very sharp in the ring.
And already he's exploding straight into the clinch with that 1-2. Locks up. The referee breaks them apart, but Kung Krai still staying calm here. I mean, very experienced fighter with 101 fights. And I've seen the experience on display before many times on many different shows, but always great to witness it here at Fairtex fight. Locking up inside control there from Mat Ong.
Krung Krai just managing to find a home for that knee there. He is definitely known for his Muay Thai skills as well in the ring. So I'll be interested to see if this is a clinch war. Beautiful arm position and arm control. Literally bringing the head down of Mayat at that point. What a dangerous position that is to be in as well. You definitely don't want to be taking a knee to the head. Krung Krai pushes him off and goes for a big 1-2. Both fighters end up in the clinch again. Krung Krai just managing to stab that front knee in. Myanmar trying to just not engage.
See Kung Krai just looking for the level there to set off the big punch. Nice little low kick there from Kung Krai. Oh, big, a wide one. Steps into it, locks up in side control, pushes the palm over. Not sure what that was. Was it a left elbow from side control?
I think he actually might have landed a slight knee to the head and then just pushed him to the floor, to be honest, just showing absolute dominance and strength. Oh! See from Krung Krai. What a right kick!
Big delayed reaction there from Mio. Can he hold in here for the first round?
I'm not sure. Krung Krai tends to capitalize on these opportunities and just goes in. He is so strong. His IQ is unbelievable. That fight experience just shines through. Myanmar just surviving the last minute and falls to the canvas again to get another 8 count from Krung Krai.
Big body shot to send him to the canvas. Kung Krai going to capitalize here. I think this could be all she wrote. Lullaby time here, and that is it. The big left knee as our referee waves it off. Phenomenal work there from Kung Krai PK Sanchai Muay Thai Gym.
Absolutely phenomenal. He is one of my favorite fighters, not to be biased, but his style, he just executes everything perfectly. Punches, clinch, kicks. And don't forget, Fairtex Fight is a show where fighters do tend to accelerate and end up on one Lumpinee with the opportunity to gain a contract at one championship, and Krung Krai for me is definitely on his way there, because what a fighter, especially at this 58 kilogram weight division. He is absolutely phenomenal. That high kick, moment of the show for me so far, possibly moment of August as well.
That big digging body shot to send him down for the second 8 count there. Beautiful work there from Kung Krai. And then just following up with the left knee, just showcasing the amount of experience and IQ.
ก็เรียกว่าเป็นฟอร์มที่ร้อนแรงต่อเนื่องนะครับและผู้ชนะในคู่นี้เป็นไปแบบน็อกเอาท์ครับ The winner is Red Corner เป็นทางด้านของขุนไกรพีเคแสนชัยมวยไทยยิมนะครับเอาชนะน็อกเอาท์ทางด้านคู่ชกจากเมียนมาไปได้ในยกแรกเท่านั้นเองครับพักสักครู่หนึ่งก่อนนะครับเดี๋ยวกลับมาดูคู่ต่อไปครับ
Fairtex Fight มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีม Fairtex Fight มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีม
กลับมาตามต่อครับแฟร์เทคไฟท์มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีมครับสังเวียนที่จะสร้างดาวรุ่งให้เป็นดาวดังครับเราจะส่งไม้ต่อสู่วันลูมพินีและก็วันแชมเปี้ยนชิพครับถ้าเกิดนักมวยสามารถที่จะโฟร์ฟอร์มได้อย่างดีในสังเวียนแห่งนี้และเดินทางมาถึงคู่ที่5นะครับยังไม่เคยชกกันมาก่อนนักชกทางด้านของมุมดำจากโมร็อกโกไฮซามบูลารี
No messing about this morning as we go straight into our 5th fight of the morning. And Hikam Boulari from Morocco enters the ring, aged 31 years of age and weighing in at 62 kilograms, standing at 170 centimeters tall. So again, another exciting fighter, slightly older in age at 31 years of age, but it still does not mean that they have any less strength, power or heart, as Sayab showed us in our previous bout this morning. Fighters from Morocco tend to have that Muay Thai heavy hand style, which I expect to see from Hisham this morning, fighting out of Bezad Warrior Academy. Now, we had a few fighters from this gym here last week, and they showed serious heavy hands, very kickboxing style, so I'll be interested to see if he has the same. So he is coming off the back of a loss, but this just means for a more exciting fight. So good luck to Hisham.
และคู่ต่อสู้ของเขานะครับจากประเทศไทยเพชรพยัคฆ์พอหอมกลิ่น
Coming in to the red corner is Pet Payap Paul Honkling, hailing from Nonthaburi province in Thailand. Or training out of Nonthaburi rather, but hailing from Champon, 176 centimeters tall with a fight record of 65 fights, 45 wins, 20 losses. Last 2 fights, he had a TKO loss against Chu Suan Samarun Farm and TKO win over Petmani Kiatpantamit. So looking forward to this one. Bit of an age difference between the two, but on terms of paper, only about 20 fights in between them. 60 fights to Pet Payap and 40 fights to Hicham. So looking forward to this one. Always great to see the Thai versus foreign matchups. Big favourite of mine on the Fairtex fight circus. Always giving big opportunities to local and global fighters alike, setting the precedents, setting the steps up for perhaps one championship.
เดินทางมาถึงมวยคู่ที่ 5 นะครับใน Fairtex Fight มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีมครับนักมวยในมุมดำน้ำหนัก 62 กิโลกรัมสูง 170 เซนติเมตรจากประเทศโมร็อกโกไฮซามบูลารีและคู่ชกของเขานักมวยในมุมแดงน้ำหนัก 62 กิโลกรัมสูง 176 เซนติเมตรจากประเทศไทยเพชรพยัคฆ์ พอหอมกลิ่นและผู้ชี้ขาดบนเวทีจ่าสิบโทพิเชษฐ์ กหกสิทธิ์
Here's our tail of the tape, 62 kilograms for 3 rounds of Muay Thai. Petpayap Paul Homkling from Thailand taking on Aisam Bulari from Morocco. Scheduled for 3 rounds of pure Muay Thai action right here at Lumpinee Stadium, the home of combat sports in Asia. And here is round number 1. You can see some in the southpaw position taking on Petpayap in the orthodox stance.
I anticipate Petpayap will just try and fire that body kick, which is exactly what we just saw there. Up on the arms as well, Joe, like you always tell us, taking out that punching power for the later rounds.
That's the way you got to do it, especially against a shorter opponent who'll be looking to work the body and take out the legs. You want to take out that punching power. And you can see there, Haisam already going for the body.
I think it was almost a little bit of a slip there, but he got a smile from Hisham. He was very pleased with himself there. I think it just gave him a little bit of a confidence boost that he needed. Sometimes it can be quite daunting going up against these Thais with these crazy fight records, but you've just got to remember it's you and them in the ring. You're there for a reason, and you've just got to show some heart, which is exactly what I think we're going to see from Hisham, firing that beautiful southpaw left kick, and again up on the arms of Petpayap.
Petpayap looking very comfortable here. Sends the right kick as Haisam tries to counter it with the left hook. Haisam looking, switching stances here as well. Throwing the lead jab down to the body to try and keep Petpayap guessing, but Petpayap digging under the elbows there and sending that ferocious body shot, keeping Haisam on the back foot.
I did notice at the beginning of the fight, he was almost tentative in that southpaw position, and his leg kept twitching to go back into orthodox, and it is a horrible thing to have to fight somebody who is just as strong in both stances. Petpayap looking strong in the clinch as he takes Hisham to the floor and sweeps him to the canvas.
You can see that vice grip was putting Mr. Petpayap in a very tumultuous position, as he's got the underhook position there. But Haisam really looking to engage and lock onto that neck, which is what, it's a great position for shorter fighters to do. As you can see a cut under the eye of Haisam there from that inside elbow from Petpayap. Petpayap on the forward hunt here, touching gloves, trying to set up the right hand.
Petpayap looking very relaxed, very composed, not rushing into anything, setting up all his shots beautifully, which has enabled him to land a beautiful cut. You can tell his corner telling him to relax and ease himself into it, not rush in, and that's exactly what he's doing. He is listening phenomenally. That is the end of round 1 for our 5th fight of the morning. A brilliant matchup, and I'm very impressed by the way Hisham is able to change stances, but he has got a cut under the eye, which is not something that he wants to be going into round 2 with.
It's a big, solid right kick, throwing Haisam off balance, but Haisam catching it there in that last exchange. A very kickboxing catch there when you take the kick up onto the forearms and take the underhook from under and catch it. They don't tend to teach that in Muay Thai, but more in kickboxing. And a nice inside right elbow, and I think that's the one that cut Isom under the eye.
I think you're right, Joe. I think you're exactly right. That was the moment that he was cut, and it was beautiful the way he set that up. I hope we see more of that from Pet Payap in round 2 and 3. Don't forget, fighters only get 1 minute in between these 3-minute rounds. It is a testament of your strength and conditioning at this point, unlike when you get 2 minutes in traditional time. So let's see as we go into the second round which fighter is going to come out on top. Straight in with a chopping inside low kick from Hisham, not messing about, and a heavy hand combination hook cross followed by a low kick as well.
Pet Payap goes up top as Isom tries to catch the kick and return the favor. Oh, nice one up top again, doubling up, and that's what you need to do. You need to double them up, spam the power shots, and not just rely on singles. Keep your opponent's rhythm off check, and there it is up top again, but on the left side, taking out the punching power, as I like to say, but Isom comes in with a bit more confidence.
Pet Payap is really looking for that elbow shot again. He tried to land it, but Hisham was just running away at this point. He really needs to be wary of those elbows because it's going to cause him some damage in the later rounds, I feel.
Oh, a nice inside leg kick there from Pet Payap. Just taking off the balance of Isom. Isom switching up stance, and I think the pain from that cut is causing him a bit of curry because just a moment ago, the right hand sent a stinging, nauseous feeling down the spine of Isom. You could see it definitely in his body reaction there. Goes for the spinner to win it, locks on with the vice grip, but Mr. Pet Payap not having it, pushing the palm over the top as our referee breaks them and puts them back into the middle. Pet Payap continues the forward pressure, slowly but surely edging his way here in round 2 with about 1 minute and 20 seconds to go.
Hisham is doing very well at keeping that long guard, keeping his hands tight, but I think he's almost out of options. You can see the look of desperation in his face as both fighters enter the clinch, and Pet Payap just breaks the posture, pushes the palm over. I think he's really struggling with the height difference against this Thai opponent, but also a very technical Thai opponent as well.
You could see a lot of the PK Sanchai Muay Thai gym in Pet Payap's corner there, so definitely getting sage advice from that huge gym full of legends like Tarwin Chai, of course, who's always featured here at Lumpinee Stadium, the One Championship circuit. But there, Isom going for that leg kick and a big weltering red spot on the inside knee of Pet Payap.
That looks painful on the inside leg of Pet Payap, but he's not showing any weakness. He's not showing any signs that it's hurting.
Looking rawer than a lard salad here in center ring here. Goes for the spinner to win it again there from Isom, but putting on the back foot, steps in with a nice parried elbow.
Pet Payap just laughing it off and still pressuring forward with a big body kick and a big right hand to follow up. Could this be all saved by the bell for Hisham as we finish round 2? Pet Payap looking very far ahead in my opinion on the scorecards. Almost schooling Hisham in my opinion. Really a master of all techniques at this point. His clinch work is on point, his legs firing those body kicks, his elbows are landing. A beautiful, beautiful display of experience and IQ from Pet Payap.
Well, I'll tell you what, Isom's got to be careful about trying to throw those spinning shots. They're a high risk, high reward attack, but they're not really paying much in terms of damage to Pet Payap. Pet Payap's just capitalizing on those moments when he shows his back. So here we are coming into round number 3. You can see Pet Payap getting a very strong talking to, as well as Isom there from Mr. Bezard from Bezard Warrior Academy.
I'm excited as we go into round 3 of this fight to see if Hisham will be coming out looking for that money KO shot and just trying to end round 3 early. The referee calls our fighters to center ring and starts the action for round 3. And off we go. Let's see if Pethiap can just keep that distance and protect his points at this point.
Beautiful kick upstairs inside the pocket there from Pethiap. Hyson trying to push him into the corner, and a swing and a miss there from Pethiap. Oh, a big left southpaw kick there from Hyson. Tries to catch the leg. Goes upstairs, but not quite finding the mark. The old 1-2 straight down the middle, but he's got to be careful there. That, as I said, that leg looking super rawer than my missus is cooking. We're locked up inside the clinch there. I hope my wife isn't listening to this. I'll be in trouble when I get home. More trouble than Pethiap's front leg. The welting and swelting on that. But still holding in there. He's definitely a tough customer. A lot tougher than me when I get home, that's for sure. Eating some left knees inside control.
Pethiap got beautiful hand control in that clinch, just set up that right elbow but doesn't quite land. Hisham almost runs away from it as he tries to spin back into the fight. But like you say, Joe, high risk, high reward. It's a risky business to be playing those spinning shots against a taller opponent like Pethiap too, who has the experience. I am so impressed by the way he's still walking forward and putting pressure on that front leg despite the damage we can see.
Just needs to step out to the left a bit more and get out of the kicking range of Hyson. And a nice vice grip lock there from Hyson. But Hyson looking a bit tired and open-mouthed here in center ring. With about 1 minute and 15 to go. Goes down to the body again. Switches stances again, trying to keep Pethiap guessing, but Pethiap not having it. He just keeps marching forward and pushing through the pain. No pain, no gain. That's his motto for sure.
For sure. I am absolutely loving Pethiap's style. In the beginning, he was on the back foot, playing it very easy, and now he's just biting on his gum shield and walking towards Hisham. Despite, in my opinion, having almost won the fight, he's still going forward. He's still pressuring. He wants to take the fight to Hisham, who is firing that body kick, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough.
Nice right kick to right knee there from Pethiap, showing the damage clearly in Hyson's body, the reddening on the stomach, and you can feel the second wind of energy there from Pethiap, looking very confident as he marches forward through the heavy punches of Hyson here, and a very animated corner from the red corner telling him to push forward through the pain to lock on. And will it be enough to see him for victory with his hand raised? Oh, and a big right hand to answer from that spinning attack, and that is the end of the third and final round.
What a fight. Hisham showed incredible heart, but Pethiap took that one for me. I am a new and converted fan. Absolutely phenomenal work on all fronts from Pethiap. Just beautiful knees as we saw there, jumping into it, firing that body kick and his clinch control. And let's talk about those elbows, Joe, because
gotta
wow.
say, Hyson's got more spins than an Australian breakdancer, that's for sure. So we'll throw it over to Mr. Pong in center ring to call our winner for today's 5th bout.
เอาละครับมาลุ้นผลการแข่งขันไปพร้อมๆกันนะครับ และผู้ชนะในคู่นี้ได้แก่ The winner is Red Corner เป็นเพชรพยัคฆ์พอหอมกลิ่นนะครับ ชนะไฮซามบุลลีจากโมร็อกโกไปด้วยคะแนน30-27จากการให้คะแนนทั้ง3ท่านครับช่วงนี้พักสักครู่หนึ่งก่อนนะครับเดี๋ยวกลับมาดูคู่ต่อไปครับ
Fairtex Fight มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีม
าวถึงอสุรีกรีบุรามริตลำรำบานเป็นหนักนางบำเพ็ญเพียรขอพรพระอิสราสวมวิญญาแฟเทคอันเกรียงไกร
really is coming up and being recognized as a fighting force out here in Thailand, as our Iranian fighters are really making a name for themselves, especially to be fighting as the main event at Fairtex fight at Lumpinee Stadium. So Sajjad is aged 22 years old, weighing in at 65 kilograms and standing at 178 centimeters tall. He has a record of 23 fights, 17 wins and 5 losses. Again, Muay Mat style to be expected, but I could be wrong. Our Iranians do seem to have some strength in the clinch as well, as we've seen this morning. So I'm very excited. He's looking very calm, very composed, not letting anything faze him. And as he enters the ring, I will hand it over to Mr. Pong, our MC, in a placement of Mark Abbott this morning. Don't forget, Mark is in Macau for our Fairtex Fight Macau show.
และคู่ชกของเขานะครับเป็นนักชกพันดุจากเมียนมาแต่ว่ามันโด่งดังที่ประเทศไทยมาแล้วหลายปีสำออยน้อยต่อผู้ส่วน
Coming in to the red corner, representing Myanmar, Samoy Noi Tor Pusawan, 25 years age. This fighter stands at 170 centimeters tall with a fight record of 50 fights, 40 wins, 10 losses. His last 3 fights, he had a TKO loss against Super Jang T-Dead Gao Gao, a win over Jai Singh Sidnayok Pansuk, and a loss again Wangsup Kyatsong Rit. So fought a fair few big names. Of course, Super Jang T-Dead 99, big name. And of course, Muang Sup Tiatzongrit, another big name. So he's fought some very, very formidable opponents here in Thailand, especially on the stadium circuit. So looking at his last 3 fights, he's been fighting on the stadium circuit. So it'll be interesting to see how he does here in 3-round Muay Thai against Sajjad Manafi from Iran. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a hard transition from 5-round Muay Thai, a little bit of a slower pace in the beginning, going straight into action on the entertainment circuit into 3-round Muay Thai. So we'll see how he does this morning.
การันตีความเดือดนะครับนี่คือคู่เอกคู่ไฮไลท์แฟร์เทคไฟท์มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีมประจำวันเสาร์ที่ 24 สิงหาคม 2567 นักชกทางมุมดำน้ำหนัก 65 กิโลกรัมเจ้าของส่วนสูง 178 เซนติเมตรอายุ 22 ปีจากประเทศอิหร่านซัจจาด มานาฟีและคู่ชกของเขานะครับโด่งดังที่ประเทศไทยมาหลายปีครับนักชกวัย 25 ปีเจ้าของส่วนสูง 170 เซนติเมตรน้ำหนัก 65 กิโลกรัมเท่ากันจากประเทศเมียนมาสมอยน้อยต่อผู้สุวรรณผู้ชี้ขาดบนเวทีได้แก่จ่าสิบโทอนุกูลตามศรีรำติดตามรับชมได้เลยครับ
Here we are with the title of the tape, 65-kilogram Muay Thai. Samoy Noy Tor Pulsawan taking on Sajjad Manafi from Iran. So Myanmar versus Iran in this one. Scheduled for 3 rounds of action right here at Lumpinee Stadium, the home of combat sports in Asia. Round number 1 for our main event of the morning. A good touch of gloves and a hug. And they must have been listening to my last Instagram reel about sportsmanship.
Definitely give a big Muay Thai content.
Whopping southpaw kick there from Samoy Noi to start things off here, to really make a statement against Sajjad here. Trying to scare him, that's for sure.
Sajjad definitely has the height advantage. He needs to use that front teep and that jab. Oh, and a big right hand followed with a flying knee on the ropes against Sam O'Noy, who just locked on and is trying to survive there. What a start from Sajjad. Only a minute, less than a minute in, and he is flying across the ring.
Definitely smelt a bit of weakness in the jaw of Sam O'Noy there, because he's looking a bit wobbled like he's on sea legs.
Sam O'Noy has got a textbook beautiful body kick, which we do see of our Thai fighters. Absolutely beautiful, and some power behind that as well.
Oh, and a big whopping left kick there from Samoy Noi from Myanmar. Oh, big wild hands there from Sajjad. Tries to send the right elbow through, trying to capitalize on the backward step.
Sajjad is definitely going for the volume tactic with those big hand combinations, following up with a nasty spear elbow in the mix there.
Nice palm over the top here inside the clinch to deliver punishing knees there from our Iranian athlete in the blue corner. Nice long guard to take away the forward punches of Samoy Noi. Samoy is still looking ever dangerous here. I know he's eaten a fair bit of damage there in the big flurries of Sajjad.
I think you touched on it at the beginning, Joe. Coming from those 5-round stadium fights into these 3-round fast-paced fights can be quite a shock to the system. Sam O'Noy might come back into it in round 2 when he finds his rhythm, like we're seeing now, pressuring forward a little bit more as Sajjad is on the back foot.
Ooh, nice parry down to set up the right hand there from Samoy Noi as he leans back. Looks like there's a bit of inflammation in the upper red cheek there from the vicious right hands of Sajjad on Samoy Noi's face. Starting to close up that left eye.
just over 20 seconds left in our first round of our main event. And what a first round this has been. Beautiful lean back there from Samo Noi, who's coming into the fight now. Sajjad pressuring forward with a big 1-2 combination. And again with that right hand, but doesn't quite manage to lock on. Pushes Samo Noi away, knocking him off balance slightly. A brilliant matchup for the end of round 1.
It could be a case of who's got the better conditioning here, because Samo Noi is looking very open-mouthed towards the end of that first round. We'll go and have a look at the replays here. Big kick for kick there in that last replay, and that whopping right hand where Sajjad tried to capitalize on it with that flying knee. There it is again. Wobbled him and bang. Kick for kick again. There it is. He's trying to send that left kick upstairs to take out the punching power of Sajjad, and goes to the body down low. I mean, Samo Noi has got very high IQ, but has he got the fitness to see it through?
I'm not sure, Joe. I think you're right. It could be a battle of the conditioning. Samo Noi was looking a little bit shell-shocked in the first minute, and Sajjad was really pushing it. But it almost seemed to change as we entered the last 20 seconds. So I'm definitely excited to see if this one will go the full way this morning for our main event. And that is the bell to start round 2.
Oh, and a big left hook to send the right hand through to start off round 2 from Sajjad. Looking very composed and ready to go. Samo Noi sending that vicious left kick, really showcasing his IQ here, utilizing the southpaw stance to his advantage. But Sajjad needs to get on the outside of that left foot and come around and kick on the inside of that lead leg, locking up inside the clinch. He can't just stay in front of Samo Noi and eat those big left southpaw kicks, because once they tend to rack up on side the arms there, he'll lose a lot of confidence.
Samo Noi is doing a brilliant job of setting up that long knee as Sajjad tries to come in with the elbow and the heavy hands. A brilliant tactic against a taller opponent who is pressuring forward. And there's that beautiful southpaw body kick again. Samo Noi is really coming into this fight now.
And it's really paying dividends there, because I'm starting to see right hand of Sajjad drop there from those big vicious left kicks.
Yeah, his power seems to be decreasing. You're right, Joe. Beautiful evade of the sweep, though. Didn't get his...
And you can see there, he's locking up with that right arm, which means the left kicks are paying the price.
Samo Noi did a beautiful job there of getting the inside grip and then pulling Sajjad down. I thought Sajjad had the upper hand, but Samo Noi is just absolutely coming into this fight now, almost taking the fight to Sajjad. Oh, big hands there though from Sajjad, knocking Samo Noi's head back, but he's still going for it. He's still taking the fight to Sajjad.
I mean, Samo Noi coming off 2 losses in his last 3 fights. He'll be looking to make a statement here at Lumpinee Stadium, and a nice elbow through the clinch, and you could see that last left knee really broke the confidence of Sajjad. He winced on that last left knee. Samo Noi coming back here, even though he's looking tired and open mouth, he's using his IQ and his experience to his advantage here.
He really has some power behind those heavy southpaw body kicks. Evades the punch and comes back in with a 1-2 of his own. Needs to keep that guard tight as Sajjad comes in with a big knee. Samo Noi locks him up in the clinch. Beautiful clinch work from Samo Noi and some brilliant hand control throughout this fight.
And it really is a matter of who's got the better conditioning and strength here. Samo Noi takes the back, and you could see Sajjad not looking too comfortable inside that last position as we end round 2. He had his arm over his body, which is normally a telltale sign that you're not that fantastic inside the clinch and that the knees are playing an effect. So we'll see what the replays bring us in terms of insights
Samo Noi looking very pleased with his performance in round 2 as he came back to the corner, as he should be. That beautiful southpaw body kick. Absolute textbook Muay Thai, working every time, and those stepping knees as well, beautifully timed as Sajjad launches in. I really do think he's coming into this fight. Sajjad needs to be careful, but he does seem to be the fresher faced and have the better conditioning of the two fighters.
And of course, you can check out the Fairtex Fight Macau on the Fairtex Fight Facebook page later this afternoon at 5:30 p.m. Thai time for those who are wanting to watch that. A lot of Thai fighters taking on Chinese fighters in Macau. So it'll be a very good one to watch. Some high-level fighters like Sidichai Suldechapan and Fatalad, a former Thai What To Do tournament champion here on Fairtex Fight. So here we are coming into the third round of our main event. Oh, big swing and a miss there from Sajjad for round 3. And Samo Noi looking very happy and very comfortable here. Having a lot of fun here in the third and final round. Sajjad looking down at the leg, trying to offload the big heavy punches. Oh, and a big answer back there.
I think Sajjad is knowing that he's under pressure here. He knows he has to pull it out the bag, and I think he's just going to come in with high volume and high power to really throw off Samo Noi. A brilliant job in the clinch, that just strong lock and stabbing those knees in on the ropes. A brilliant work by Samo Noi.
I think the big trouble here is Sajjad just trying to fight the timing. The impeccable timing of Samo Noi just counters any forward pressure with that ferocious left kick. As soon as he moves forward, throws the hip up and digs that kick straight into the midsection, and you can already see the reddening on the right side, right up onto the arms. Looks like he's been out in the sun all day.
Samo Noi looking very comfortable on the back foot, firing that kick time and time again and landing it every single time. His IQ is just levels above. Look at that shot, the sharpness and the power and the explosiveness behind those body kicks is unmatched.
Well, you can tell the kicks have been paying a lot of damage because Sajjad is not throwing the punch from the shoulder anymore. He's throwing from the hip, which means the arms are dropping. He hasn't got the same power that he once had, and it's hurting him. For sure, you can see how low his hands are, and he's throwing that big right wide hook from the hip, not from the shoulder.
Absolutely gassed at this point. He's just trying to swing that big hook and that big cross, but it's not landed. Samo Noi not happy with the shot that's slightly low there. Looks to be in a little bit of pain and discomfort. The referee's calling for action though.
Samo Noi's got to be careful here. He doesn't get too emotional from that dodgy shot just a moment ago. He locks up and he waits and baits, trying to throw off the left kick of destruction.
I think he was definitely in quite a lot of pain there. He doesn't look very pleased with the outcome of being told to carry on, but it's part of the game, it's part of the sport. You've got to push forward, you've got to let it fuel your fire. And again, he's coming in, nice low kick and into high kick, just evading the big body kick of Sajjad, who's still looking for that money KO shot.
And here we are, the dying seconds of this third and final round are locked up in side control here. Inside the clinch, the referee breaks them apart. Will there be a last shot of action here? And no, there isn't, but that is it for our main event of the morning. What a fight. And a very confident Samo Noi there from Myanmar. So let's go have a look at these replays. The beautifully timed kicks there. Anytime Sajjad would move forward and he could see that punch fire off from the hip, he would just throw the left kick and damage his opponent. Really capitalizing on his southpaw stance. Bang! There it is.
You can just see his experience shine through, and like you said at the beginning, Joe, some of the opponents he's had previously are a testament to his experience and to his talent in the ring.
Fairtex Fight มวยมันพัน Extreme Fairtex Fight มวยมันพัน Extreme
เอาละครับกลับมาติดตามกันต่อนะครับรับทราบผลคู่เอกคู่ไฮไลท์ไปพร้อมๆกันนะครับผู้ชนะในคู่นี้ชนะไปด้วยคะแนน29 ต่อ 28 จากการให้คะแนนกรรมการทั้ง 3 ท่านและผู้ชนะคือ The winner is Red Corner เป็นสัมบอยน้อยต่อผู้สุวรรณนะครับเอาชนะซัดจาร์ดมาดาฟีจากอิหร่านไปได้ครับก็ยินดีกับผู้ชนะเป็นกำลังใจให้ผู้แพ้นี่คือทั้งหมดของรายการเรานะครับแฟร์เทคไฟท์มวยมันพันเอ็กซ์ตรีมครับประจำวันเสาร์ที่ 24 สิงหาคม 2567 และคู่ที่เหลือนะครับแฟนๆสามารถที่จะรับชมได้ทางออนไลน์นะครับทั้ง Facebook YouTube และ TikTok แฟร์เทคไฟท์รวมไปถึงเทโรดิจิตอลครับขอบคุณผู้สนับสนุนครับช่อง 7 HD เทโรเอนเตอร์เทนเมนต์อุปกรณ์มวย Fairtex ปุ๋ยตราม้าบินสนามมวยลุมพินีและยุทธสปอร์ตเกียร์ครับความมันความตื่นเต้นความเร้าใจแบบนี้เป็นประจำทุกวันเสาร์นะครับตั้งแต่เวลา 10 นาฬิกาถึง 12 นาฬิกา2 ชั่วโมงแห่งความมันผลงานของโปรโมเตอร์เสียเปรมอริยวัฒน์บุษราบวรวงศ์ครับวันนี้หมดหน้าที่ของมิสเตอร์ปองพินิจพลขันพร้อมทีมงานทุกคนแล้วนะครับลาไปจนกว่าจะพบกันใหม่โอกาสหน้าขอบพระคุณทุกการติดตามสวัสดีครับ